and my thoughts about the traction bar. The traction bar is great. There's only one thing that's it's not annoying, but it's just kind of weird where you can hear this. Yeah, you will hear that. It only happens on the first. If you're having some traction issue, that really helps. I was wondering how come they never give any instructions on how to install this. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, Sagitnet 2. Today's episode is front traction bar. I'm getting a lot of comments about the front traction bar. What's my thought about it? Do you really need one? And how come they never mention anything about if you have a H-swap on Civic? This is a 1320 performance traction bar. The reason why I got this one is because of they said that their heim joint is better than the rest, better than their competitors. How come they don't mention anything about the Civic that has a H22 swap? It's because of this. If you don't do this modification, the cutaway, it will hit the crank pulley, especially if you are lowered. So this one, when I first put it on, it appeared to me right away. Said, man, I have to do something about that traction bar, because it was sitting like about half an inch right here. And I thought about, if I hit a bump or anything, if my suspension go up, there it goes. So I did this. What I did is I got a 1/4 inch aluminum. I put some holes in it and inserted this on the tube, welded it, cut it, and just like how you see it there now. Hybrid Racing and Hasport, I believe, they sell a torsion bar that has a cutaway. It's for a Honda Civic EF from 88 to 89 or 91 and something, but it's for EF chassis. And you can get those if you like. Weld something on both ends so you can use a heim joints, or do something like this. Have a friend of yours weld it, or if you know how to weld, it works, no problem. What I have noticed so far on this one, when I'm first movement of the day, I always hear this clunking noise, something like this. Yeah, only on the first movement of the day. After that, yeah, you would not hear anymore. On a straight line, man, this thing is like a rocket, dude. I mean, you can really feel the difference. It really makes the front end so sturdy. Yeah, what is the correct way of installing this traction bar? I always wondering, did I put this torsion bar correctly? Because when I placed this, I put the jacks on the lower control arms. It's like I'm mimicking that the car is on its own weight. Then I put it on. Some guys will put it like this. They have the jack on this area and they just hook it up like so. And we'll find out later on, because what I'm gonna do, I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to place a jack here, and we will see if this torsion bar will line up exactly how it is. Okay. That's disconnected, right? Okay. A lot of guys will jack their car like so, then they will place their traction bar and line it up and put the bolts in. Okay, what I did on this one, I put the jack here, which is, let me do that. Okay, this will mimic by jacking this up all the way till I lose the load on the jack. It will mimic that the car is on the ground. I'm off the jack. And now we will see if this will lined up, if the bolt will lined up like how it is. Okay, you guys see that? So it's perfect, right? The bolt just went right through. Yeah, that signifies that the traction bar is well made as far as like the steering geometry. And also that tells me that when I'm driving on the highway or on the freeway, and if I hit those markers, the multiple of it, you know, where you will hear this sound like brrr, right? The suspension will go up and down. And if you don't feel any bumps there, your traction bar is good. This one, I never have any problem like those. But before I did that experiment, that research, that is always in the back of my head. But look how much suspension trouble will it have if I bring it down. I'll just use, let's use this. So it's a 3.5, somewhat in a 3.5. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down. Look, so from 3.5, it's 1.5 of suspension travel. And that's good enough for me. If this thing goes up, 1.5 travel, yeah. So if you ever get one of those inexpensive front traction bar, do the test. You have 2 ways of installing that. It's up to you how you want it. It's either do it like this, jack the car up, all the loads will be there, and line your heim joints, put the bolts in, secure the jump nuts, right? And after that, remove the bolts again, place a jack on your lower control arms, bring it up, unload it from the jacks, line it up again. If your bolt goes through, meaning your traction bar is well built, that it's not interfering or it's not messing around on the geometry of your suspension. Or do the procedure like I did. Cars is on jacks, right? Both sides. Place a jack here, bring it up, line up the heim joints, secure your jump nuts together, right? And then remove it again. Now this time you want it lower. Lower the jacks, place this again. If the bolts go through like I did, you're good. So your suspension geometry is not being altered by the traction bar. And this is where I end this video. Hopefully this will help you guys out, and you know what to do if you have a H series swap on your car. Right there, do this, or get the bar for EF Civic and just modify it. I say just do this. You already got the torsion bar, why buy another one, right? Since you're gonna modify it also. So I say, yeah, just do it like this. You shouldn't have any problem. Bye everyone. I'm doing all of these episodes before I start tackling removing the cylinder head and all that. And the weather's not really cooperating. we have a heat wave for 1 week, so man, it's not really a good idea to be working on cars during those weeks. So it won't take long. Just be patient, my friends. Okay, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next. Hit that like button, leave a comment.